America over English. Real Ethiopian, me not British, go tell them. Grrrma wheat, Empress Menen. Hamarina Kwanka Fidel teach my children. Them teach me English, Amharic is my preference. When my heights and my black my reverence. About touching no, best man, you hear me nor. See me, you can desmond this teeth in talk. Prepare the best man, yeah, in the own in the ube me dear. Tihun, yeah, you let in Jara, chinin. Satin Zare. Kai, Mook, is set, it's hot. Lion voice, one voice, and the lion voice. Time for the lion and the lioness voices to be heard. Log in and don't log off. Lion voice, Queasy, one. Lion voice, I it.
The time has come for the lioness to tell her story from her viewpoint and tell the world who Queen Omega is. This is the lion's voice.
After
Give.
after after we hear this, you
Yes,
should
I.
you should get a string because Lion Pride.
Yes, I. Yes,
I'm sounding the trumpet.
Yes, I.
Mama Askale get some resources she can do what she have to do. You know what I mean? So we want 1,000 people watching this to purchase the calendar this year and let Mama Askale know Lion Talk sent the eye that you
Yes, I.
right.
Wow.
Right.
Email, man. Email me, emfethiopia@gmail.com.
Okay.
EMF, like Empress Menen Foundation, emfethiopia@gmail.com. You know, the first thing, it's been 14 years of doing them now.
Okay.
And, you know, the amazing thing is that there is live prophecies within the works. I don't actually, I'm not even aware sometimes. For example, you know, here we have a 16-month calendar.
Yes.
And every month has a different theme. And every page has a different, you know, different theme. Even the dates page, which the dates don't seem to change. But a lot of the holidays, like the Muslim holidays, they change. So, you know, there's every month has pages that change every year in themes and in subject matter. And a lot of the times, the themes that I have in the calendar is a global theme I don't know about. You know, it's a, and then it's taken up before I know it. You know, for example, I researched in Ethiopia to find the first ever black picture of first ever picture of John the Baptist, okay, which I put in the calendar for January, which is Gena month. Yes. So, you know, first ever picture, John the Baptist there. Yes. He's
Okay.
black. After that, it was great because, you know, me, when I enter a state where His Imperial Majesty is loved, I am right in there at home, okay? And I'm extra, brethren, I'm extra, okay? I'm extra. I've got His Majesty on my back, okay? You know that centenary picture.
Yes.
It says 1892, right? That one, it's a big wall hanging. It's a big wall hanging. Well, I wear that on my back on special occasions, you see. And this banquet was a special occasion. Oh, brethren, I was the belle of the ball. I'm telling you, it's so awesome. Everyone was just showering me with love. They just loved it. They loved it. That, you know, it's so incredible, man, to be in a room full of aristocratic Ethiopians, you know, not your run-of-the-mill people, you know.
Yes.
Right? You know, it was like 10,000 birr per plate per you know, person for the banquet. And it was a royal banquet, you know, you see all the members of the royal family. Well, the most of the royal family were there who live in Ethiopia. And those who came to visit as well were also there at other tables. Ethiopia is like, brethren, is like some new city every minute, everywhere new, everything new. You know what I
That's what
mean?
I
They've
mean.
just, it's like they're erasing a lot of the history of the, you know what I mean? You know, obviously there's things that need to be knocked down. This is the truth.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
lands that need to be used up, you know, because there's a lot of open spaces that was just there. You know what I mean? Becoming all kind of rubbish dump and that kind of thing, which was so
Yeah.
unnecessary. And now the place is clean. This is a new Addis Ababa, new city. When you go there, I'm telling you, it named New Flower, it named New City. My biggest joke every time I land in Addis Ababa, I'm in the taxi, Addis. And the taxi driver say, yes, she. Yeah, because Addis is new.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion Voice.
Well, great is the Almighty, and greatly to be praised in the city of Askale Selassie I, the mountain of His holiness.
Yeah, from Cape to Cairo, from Timbuktu to the Nile, you know, the whole entire continent.
Beautiful for situation, the joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion, from Accra to Addis Ababa.
Yes, it's a beautiful continent, better control, Mama Africa.
Very beautiful.
From Cape to Cairo, from Timbuktu to the Nile, I smile. For Mama
I hear you call Mama Africa. Been so long since I seen Mama. Father of Africa set the law. The lion come and dismantle Babylon flaw. We gonna use solar energy, use sanitation to build the ecology. We utilizing green technology. We hailing Askale Selassie first without apology. And then we build the youth them economy. We dismantle Babylon monopoly. We teach the youth them how to live properly. Tell them make sure them got the title for them property.
Yes, this beautiful continent, better control, Mama Africa. From Cape to Cairo, from Timbuktu to the Nile, I smile. For Mama
I love you, Mama. Your heart never harden. I wanna turn all your slums into garden. I wanna stop all of your youths from starving. I wanna stop all of your tribes from warring. So much to say, so many feelings. We both been hurt, we both need healing. Since the League of Nations you've been appealing. You stand up against them backdoor dealing. I hear you call Mama Africa. Been so long since I seen Mama. Father of Africa set the law. The lion come and dismantle Babylon flaw. Then I hear you call Mama Africa.
What do you have to tell the people about Ras Tafari?
Light to the world. The king of kings and the conquering line of the tribe of Judah. I left himself. Where's my ruler? Hey yo! Eli, hear them high, hear the black king on the 23rd of July. So tell them guy who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From ancient time them a try. Them Romans know them just open them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi, they stole my people. Then them come without them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill. The lion will come conquer Judah tribe. Go through tribulation, I strive, see sufferation, I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come to tell them in a Toronto, straight at
Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I I. Glory and honor in the name of his chosen queen, Empress Menen. My name is Kwasi Bansu, aka the Chasmatch Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man. I'm a creative industry attorney, I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of Lion Talk. This is an exclusive episode of Lion Talk. We have our Queen Mother returning. If the them have seen the episode that we did with Mama Askale, it was one of our classic episodes, and now she's coming forward to give us an update on the latest edition of the Empress Menen Calander fundraiser. We are pushing it out. We're going to be pushing out the sound. We're asking the Lion Pride to support this very important project that's annual. We're going to ask ones to spend their money and make this a profitable social enterprise. We went through the history, so we're not going to go through the history today. Today we're going to go in depth on the works, and that is why this is exclusive. We are RasTafari, independent, non-aligned media. We are here for the unity, for the centralization. You know, so we kick away the petty difference. We don't even want to hear about it. If I'm in a reasoning for more than 10 minutes and I'm not hearing about budget and staff, I don't want to be there. And I tell you why, because we're building. You know what I mean? If the reasoning is not about building, if it's not about works, if it's not about progression, then I don't have no part of that. I don't want to be in that energy stream. You see what I say? Everything is about frequency. I want to stay within the positive frequency right now. You know what I mean? Because it's perilous time. I'm a Gideon upon the earth, war. You know what I mean? And rumors of war. All of them things they are going. So right now is really under the wings, you know what I mean, of Farai and I riding. And the King's Highway is clear. You know, there's no barrier on the King's Highway right now, family. They them know that, you know what I mean. Once you stay upon the highly frequency, every door open, you know what I mean, it's a glorious path, but it's a narrow path. And today we have one of our ancient mamas who has trod the path. You know what I mean? One of the pioneers in Rastafari publishing. I am the Reading Ras, so you know I get excited anytime I bring on these guests. Jahog magazine, you know what I mean? Yeah, talk about all kind of works where historic and unparalleled within this Rastafari trad. So family, before that, let me just quickly big up the Lion Pride. If you subscribe, you're part of the Lion Pride. I'm not even going to go too deep into the housekeeping. Let them know, just join the Patreon, become part of the monthly family. We're going to be voting shortly. We're going to be giving monthly grants to different workers in the vineyard. We're building a team, you know what I mean, that of like minds to make history, to shake up the place, you know what I mean. So if you're interested in doing that exclusive content, we also have the Chasmatch Kwasi music over there. We all of the inner circle reasoning. Join the Lion Pride on Patreon. You get the Lion Talk episodes early, the full episodes. You know, we release the clips, but you get the full episodes. So join the ecosystem. We are trying to take this on a level never before seen. You know what I mean? Full scale production. So crowdfunded. It has to be independent. To stay on a line, you know what I mean? If you're not funded by your audience and you're depending on sponsorship, it's very difficult to stay independent truly, because who write the check is who we are accountable to. So we want to be accountable to the people. So family, just join us on that fullness. Also, big up the Ubuntu Lion Pride, them growing 13 powerhouse. We give thanks. I've got some inquiries, some calls. I know ones will be joining in the next few strongs as well. So all of the Ubuntu big up on yourself. All of the Action Lion Pride, I start see the super chats them come on. Ras Roots, big up yourself. Your the patron of the month this month. Ras Roots is one of our brethren out of Kentucky. Brethren been putting some heat on the super chats. One-time contribution during the live broadcast. So we give thanks for those and we give thanks for those who don't have a dime. Because some people you don't have a dime, but you come for the knowledge, and we give thanks. Nobody feel like you're not, a major part, because you watch, you like, you comment, you share. You know what I mean? You're doing all of those things to make the thing move forward. So even if you don't spend a dime, the gratitude we have for the item is still infinite. You know what I mean? Whatever the item can do, wherever you fit in, you're fit in. Watch and peep, big up on yourself. The watchers are many, you know what I mean? The peepers are few. The peepers come with a bad mind. They want to see we pop down. They might look for some division somewhere, divide and rule, but they don't last long here, you know what I mean? Them usually just come quickly and them burn out, because the frequency too high over here, people. It's dangerous for peepers over here. May I tell them the truth? There's too much love, too much positive works, too much glorification of Kadamawi Haile Selassie over here for the people as them survive. So we give thanks. So all of the ones them who are making this possible, this is an uprising, this is a community, this is global. We are coming together in real time. Help I to welcome Asian Mama O, inspire generations. Mama Askale, welcome to Lion Talk.
Give thanks and praise to the Most High. Kadamawi, Haile Selassie I. Blessed be his chosen one. Empress Menen Wazira Askale Menen. Ras Tafari, give thanks for the welcome and the opportunity. Yes, I. If there's no opportunity,
I feel honored to have the eye here, So don't,
I'm the one who feel honored to be here. Really, I'm telling you truthfully. Yes, I. What? 5,000? It was 5,000 subscribers?
50,
Go on.
50,000.
50,000. Excuse me. 50. Do you understand me? I'm going, let me check out 5,000, 50,000 subscribers.
We didn't stay at 50
long.
Yes, we just stayed 50
You're
high.
further than that now. You're moving upwards, man. It's wonderful. Really wonderful. Going all through the sky. Yes, I. Thanks. Yes, I.
So I wanted to bring the eye forward. The eye's been doing a work, which is the Empress Menen Calander. We've advertised in there before. We've had ARC in there before. It's a service to the whole global family. My vision is that we get 50,000 people to buy the calendar every year.
Oh, yes,
that is the vision.
Yes, because that is the fulfillment of the prophecy. It's for the nation. It's for the nation. And it's more than 50,000. So 50,000, wonderful. That's a great start.
That is my chanting. I'm chanting to that. So give us a fullness on what is the calendar. Why should ones
okay
pay for it?
The first thing, it's been 14 years of doing them now. Okay. And the amazing thing is that there is live prophecies within the works. I'm not even aware sometimes. For example, here we have a 16-month calendar. Yes. And every month has a different theme. And every page has a different, different theme. Even the date page, which the dates don't seem to change. But a lot of the holidays, like the Muslim holidays, they change. So, there's every month has pages that change every year in themes and in subject matter. And a lot of the times, the themes that I have in the calendar is a global theme I don't know about. And then it's taken up before I know it. You know, for example, I researched in Ethiopia to find the first ever black picture of the not first ever picture of John the Baptist. Okay, which I put in the calendar for January, which is Gena month. Yes. So you know, first ever picture John the Baptist there. Yes, he's
Okay.
black. Yeah, there's no doubt about his color. But
Okay.
that's Ethiopian. You see, this is Ethiopian original Bible stories. You know, the first version, the oldest version of the Bible, has this kind of knowledge and image. You understand?
Okay.
In the Ethiopian, this is the kind of research that we put into Ras World for every year that turns out to be inspirational because here I am in London in Brixton, and this same picture, you know, is now being depicted by a group of black Israelites, they say, you know, a group of black Israelite brethren. They're saying that this is not John the Baptist, this is Christ himself. So, you know, I've heard that reason before of
Yes.
Christ in the manifestation of John the Baptist as a revelation of himself, you know, and this is quite normal. So within the calendar, what I'm saying is that things come alive that I've researched personally and been
Yes.
inspired to research, so much so that perhaps each month I don't know what, you know, at the end of it, I know what's in it. When everything is put together, when the designer's done his work,
Yes.
I'm drinking some turmeric tea, you know? Yeah,
Yes.
because
Yes.
you know, it's nighttime. It's nighttime in the UK after
Yes.
midnight. So, you know, it's good to have some nice herbal tea as you go into your time of resting or meditating,
Yes.
as we are right now. The calendar, I'm telling you, brethren, it's an inspiration because look, only recently I found out, you know, living in Ethiopia, you get to meet and be in the company of many who've met and worked with His Majesty and Empress Menen, you know,
Yes.
or their grandfathers or their fathers, and they
Yes.
all have the memory, they hold dear to
Yes.
those days in Ethiopia because it's no longer happening like that for them in Ethiopia. Their lives have changed, you know, in Ethiopia so much so that, you know, but so they used to whisper, you know, when they speak of His Imperial Majesty and shout at us how much they love that we are the keepers of the history of Ethiopia.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah, this is how my journey is in Ethiopia. So I'm meeting, you know, royal family members, ones who've worked, ones who were security guards at the palace for His Majesty, those kind of ancient people in their hundreds, you know.
Yes.
Okay, so and they're patriots of the country. So that's why I've come to have a month in the calendar, the month of February, which I call patriots, because in that month is where I show the patriots, the patriotic works, you know, what's going on in terms of patriotism in Ethiopia. And
Okay.
in February this year, we have actually, well, of course, most people know that Bob Marley, a great patriot of Ethiopia, he
Yes.
was he was he was about he was the master icon of His Imperial Majesty in representation, but he was a great also patriot of Ethiopia because you know
Yes.
Bob Marley he went to Ethiopia and went to Shishtamani, you know,
And
yeah,
let
he
and
did that.
let the people, because some of the people probably weren't subscribers when you came on first. Let them know you knew Bob Marley personally. You're not talking about
Oh
somebody
yeah.
you read about.
Oh
Tell
no,
them,
no.
please.
No, no,
Let
no,
them.
no, 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 no.
Yes.
I'm not talking about somebody else. I'm talking a real life, you know. Nestor Robert Marley. I'm telling you, Behani Selassie. What? Light of the Trinity, you know, that's my direct brother if you think about it, you know. Just like you said, you know, he called me his divine sister. You see me?
Okay.
Because because there's another thing, you see, there's a whole bunch of things, you know, because all the while I can remember things, well, if I think going on and I've got to yet write the book as it were, you know what I mean?
Yes.
What is going on? No, no worries. but one of the things is that at that time, the mystic of Emperor Haile Selassie I, man, I'm telling you, man, the incredible connection that he does connect everyone and everything when he's ready, when he's ready to make links and make endurance happen. He can do it in a flash, of course. But to I and I, it's a revelation that this can even take place. So what I was gonna say for that, and what I will say is that there was a time in my youth, in the time just after I first met Bob Marley in 1972, that time my son was 2 years old in London. I lived in London them times. I was born in Jamaica, but I grew up in England, and give thanks and praise to the Most High for all of my journey, every part of it, all the while.
Yes.
But that's where I met him. So at the time I was in music publishing, okay, and I was in music publishing for Virgin, Richard Branson's company. The token black, the only black woman or person in the whole
Yeah.
of that part of the industry, yeah, in England at the time, which is very important. It's an important place to be, what I mean? Publishing is very important for the music just rising, for reggae music just rising,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, because, the first time that I met him, see, that's the important thing, because the first time I met him, my son was 2 years old and I was working in the music, as I said, as a music publisher. And I my work was at Virgin, which is down the road from Island Records. And I used to often drop off music or tapes or whatever for somebody in Ireland, And my son was like the first dreadlocks youth that anyone had ever, seen at the time. Even
Yes.
though, the Rastafari was becoming popular on the music scene, And the next thing is that, so when I made these rounds, he would be very popular. He's a very popular youth, what I mean? Like he's 2 years old, but he's like a
Yes.
big person. Everybody said that because he had big conversation, what I mean, with his with his locks and his little self. He had big, what I mean, big man talk like. Yeah, real Rasta youth like. So when I brought him to Ireland, I picked him up from nursery, dropped off to Taper Island, went in there. He's about to see whoever is about the offices. When I'm ready to go, I call and ask for him, and they say, oh yeah, he's over this person's place or that person's office. So next thing, nobody could find him, and then Denise, rest in peace, Chris Blackwell's secretary, she said, oh, Bob Marley's in the studio. He's probably down there with him. So I'm like, okay, right. So, I'd heard about Bob Marley, of course. So down the studio I went, and as I was approaching the studio door, there was this big laughter going on. And I heard, as I got to the door, I heard Bob Marley saying, am my youth this enough? Am my youth this? And when he said that, on his lap was my son, right? Sitting on his lap. So he was saying that. So I watched that. And then the next thing I know, right, my son is seeing me, and he did a little body language thing too, like, so Bob Marley felt the body language. He didn't look round. He just said, are you mad at that? But clearly he wanted me to hear, because he was very loud, and I'm at the door of this place. So at the time, of course, I never, I chose that as a young girl when I first came from Jamaica, when I first discovered that to arrive in England was a freedom that I'd never experienced in all my days in Jamaica. Being the black one in the family, not necessarily the black sheep, but I was later to become the black sheep by being a Rasta, but the black one in the family, you know what I mean? The blackest of the family. So next thing I know, as I'm looking at myself now, Lord Almighty, me gone all clear around here, because it's a way that change up your whole body thing, We need sun, man. Anyway, sorry. So give thanks and praise for it though, So at the time, I chose when I was 10 years old, before I got in the system, that I would speak like the newsreader or the Queen, because my
Yes.
mother always listened to the Queen's speeches. I used to listen, but from the other room kind of thing, because I never used to like to look at her. As a, really, that was my thing, because I didn't like how my mom was worshiping her. Like, you see
Yes.
me? I didn't like that. I was rebelling against that as a 10-year-old. So I would listen from outside, but I like how she talk. Yeah.
Yes.
And she had a nice like calm about her as well. You know what I mean? It's not, but you know what? It's actually just royal,
Yes. Yes. It's a
That's what it
royal
is.
training.
It's a
That's
royal
something.
throne.
Yeah, it's a
Huh?
train. They're trained. They're trained. That's
Yeah, I'm
all
telling
those
you,
brothers
it's so
over there. They
beautiful.
have tutors. They have tutors from their small. They have
All
to make
right.
sound emotional.
Exactly.
All of those kind of things.
Exactly.
Keep your composure.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what it is. You see, oh, that just reached me straight away, that revelation of that realization of that, because we know it already. Yeah, but seriously, so I love that about her sound. So I would be listening in the other room more than that. And so that was my life. So when he's there, him say, "Are your mother that?" And my son must have said yes, because I couldn't hear, but I know that he must have said yes. And then Baba he turned around now to look at me and say, "Am I you this, Am I you this?" Right? So me now, I'm like, oh, it's obvious you don't know biology, because I'm his mother and I don't know you. So, but no, Mr. Mr. Marley, Mr. Marley look at me and say, "Bro," like he must have said to himself, "Bro," what's out of his mouth? He say, English lady, English lady, let me tell you something. Am I you this? You see me? so, so it was. That is about 2 days later. He phoned me up and said, "English lady, why you come to Jamaica? Come handle my publishing for me." And I said, "Oh God, no, 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 no. I have no interest in going to Jamaica to do any such thing. This is 1973. No such thing, no such interest." Right? And yeah, it's like, it was only 2 years later that I got me calling, to reach to the University of Life as a Rastafari,
The
the
University
Peace
of
Corps.
Adversity.
You know what I mean? The name Life, man. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes.
You come out standing. What, 13 years, 13
Yes.
years I spent on that rock, And I don't know
Yes.
anyone who grew up somewhere else to spend that long a time period without coming out, you know? And so it's like I've experienced that repatriation through that experience, if you
Yes.
see what I'm saying. But on
Yes.
a spiritual level, on a more grounding my spirituality in who I am, I don't,
Yes.
all this new faculty stuff, sure. It's just to me, just some ego and shego craziness people carrying on with. You know what I mean? All the while, I want, you know, or maybe it's just that I'm getting old. Because, you hear the word, sometimes, you hear one, them, they find, yeah, them now say jargon. And you say, why don't you say Ja? You're just saying Ja. You know what I mean? Seeing as though Ja is a normal part of your conversation as a bingy
Yeah.
person,
Yeah.
for example. How come you want to change it to Ya? You know what I mean? It's just some little ego and ego thing I go on to get some early voice in. And I've been there and witnessed it. With them want run for say Ya with the chant. And you chant. The things don't get so vain, Rasta. But hey, it's happening all over the world and it's accepted in certain places because I see it. Ones in the Bingy in Jamaica and
Yes.
different
Yes.
ISIS around the world. Where the ones them define yeah nowadays. And
Yeah.
when I ask questions, it's like why? Them say because J is not in the Hebrew alphabet. They say, but what you do with Hebrew alphabet, pa? It name Amharic alphabet name Fidel. And it have J, Ju, G, Ja, J, J, Jo. Every sound in it. Oh, you gone with one, we not have the sound of the Almighty name, what at least Jehovah. You know what I mean? Everybody know Jah. Everybody know, you know what I mean? It's like, that's why the ancient did burn it in the early days, and them say it's reggae music. Them use Bob Marley use it in different ones like that. So it's the name for Emperor Haile Selassie. Them just want to say Rastafari, but he's already been promoted from Rastafari to Emperor Haile Selassie first. And him already, the awareness of his names is only coming to I in these modern times. And we give thanks to technology for that too, You see me?
Um,
Because
um,
I live in the space
Stick a
of
pin
it.
one more time. Stick a pin. You're gone back behind
Yeah.
the. You're gone.
Oh
Move.
yeah?
Adjust again. Yeah. If you can shift it down so that your head you have more space, that can work too. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Shift it down there. If you
Yeah.
can catch it right there, and then
Yes, I catch it.
yeah, and then lean back.
Maybe I can make it that way that
Lean
it would
back
come
so we
up.
get the top of your head. So we get the top of your head. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
or you don't stay, but it's creeping back. It's creeping back now. It keep creeping.
Yeah. It
All
is
right.
creeping back. I still it's
Yeah, yeah,
let me pick. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it does creep back, doesn't it? Right.
yeah.
Okay, get touch it.
If you can get something to catch it there, because this is gold. What you're talking about,
Mm.
important to get these sounds because these things are causing division and it's foolishness.
Yes, man.
You know what I
It's
mean?
so egotistical. Yeah, look here. If you say okay, so you're Israelite, because it's not the same as Israeli, but
Yeah,
it might be. Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it could well be because this is the only thing that them know when name the same as the sound that they're making that they're describing themselves.
yeah,
Okay, no problem. Um, but don't come disrespecting Emperor Haile Selassie. Yeah, I don't like that little attitude. When
yeah,
I'm not just talking about the I'm talking about
yeah,
the insinuation of the new faculty, that he's just a mere king or, you know, he's a mere, because they don't know and experience. He's experiential as a god, but he's not many have him as an experience, you know what I mean? Where you can work him and make him work for you. Like,
yes, yes, yes.
if you get me? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. I
Yeah,
know
because
exactly what you're
it's
saying.
real, you know what I mean? It's
They
not
don't.
it's
They
not
don't. They don't.
something.
A lot of them don't. But they like the aura that Rastafari bring. Because Rastafari open a lot
Mhm,
of doors, but they don't want to heal the king. They don't want. They want separated from Haile Selassie the first. Because as you
mhm,
say, they never really trod with him and see the powers. Their
mhm.
knowledge surface
Them don't,
level.
what I mean? The reality of it, man. The life God, man. That's one of the things that I love about Ethiopia. It's a life God thing. You see me? It's like because him just manifest the thing, from your thoughts to the reality. Like, it could be people too, who just
Yeah.
come from abroad, who you just think about them, and them is right in front of you like that. It happened to me 2 times already in Ethiopia, like that. And different parts of the world, different, it's not just, it is everywhere, you know, and everywhere that I tried, we have whole heap of different miracles. We go up on the radio, go talk, and we don't make no speech, we don't write nothing down. We just have this thing that I usually say, let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be humbly accepted in thy sight, O God. Yes, the sound, the trumpet is worth sounding right. This stuff is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
Continue.
calendar now, I have to
Yes,
continue
we're
with
going
the
to go
calendar.
forward to the calendar. Yes, yes. Let's stay
Yes,
focused. Yes, stay
Yeah,
focused.
because this issue, right? As you know, what's been happening in the last 5 years of these calendars is that I get the cover. The cover is the last thing. The cover is the last thing that I do. Yeah,
Yes.
I put all the other work. I start, the minute that one comes out, I've already started collecting images for the new one. You know, and
Okay.
it, I mean, I often don't use a lot of the images, but they're there for an inspirational reason, or I don't reasons that I don't know of. Quite a few times I've seen an image of a one, and I've just saved it. Not for any, because it takes a long time before I start putting images into months and pages. You get
Yes,
what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes, yes,
At
yes.
first, I just collect them, and then so I don't think about what it is. I just feel that that picture must go in, like this, and then I just put it, save it. And sometimes the people die, the ones brethrens and have done, and sisterings have done that, and I didn't even know. I mean, it's like the calendar comes out this week and they die the next week, that
Wow.
kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So and it's unforgettable for me because it's my work. It's what it's the essence of what it is to be reporting on the nation, like
Yes.
to the nation, you know, like sharing what's happening in the nation with the nation, so that you might be in it, a project that you're in, that you support might be in there. It's each one there's a connection with a lot of ones in various countries all over the world. You know, I've known to go forward, you see the editorial page. So just to say about the front page, it's the last thing that happens. And what
Yes.
happens with that, I know it's a combination of what's going on in the full calendar. It's the last thing I do. Um, and it's a combination, as I said, of everything that's going on. So I put out, the work is massive, it's massive, it's massive. And it's going on
Yes.
for a few months. It's going on for a few months. And then, I've put them in months. I've sat with the designer and said, I think these are the months, right? And he said, okay, this one is visibly, you know what I mean? This one look good.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
he doesn't actually say, "Sir, this picture don't look so good." He goes by the picture, the size of it, and all of
Yes.
that kind of
Yes.
stuff.
Yes. Yes.
And he says to me, "This one, if we get a better image of that, we can use it or whatever, like this." And then we
Yes.
do all of that, and I leave him with that, right? And it's coming up about another 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like this, 21 days, 25, 7 days, that I have to come up with the image for the cover. And so by that time, he's already done the most part of the work in terms of designs, to share with me. So by the time I've got the cover, it's always perfect in line with what's going on inside.
Yes.
And this time we had to do a Pan-African connection on it, to show from the very cover that we've gone for that, because we have quite a few of the stories about the first Pan-Africanists, even the Ford family who wrote the Ethiopian anthem, okay? Ethiopia, the land of our fathers, was
Yes.
written by Abbey Ford, that. And he was from Barbados, and
Yes.
one
Not
was one of
not
the
not
first.
Abbey Ford. Abbey Ford father.
Abbeyford father. Thank you very much. So
Yes.
it's
Yes.
that line. I've got a story on the Ford family by the granddaughter. You see, and she actually, I donated an advert to her
Yes.
book. They've got a book about the Ford family. You see, that's going on. So
Okay.
that's in the calendar. That's been, we highlighted that in the calendar this year.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
just to say, yeah, because so it's had this Pan African thing going on. So I wanted that in there, but at the same time, the imagery, the anciency, You know, the ancients here felt that the color is definitely, I get that. I get like, oh, it has to be this color. And then, you know what I mean? That is straightforward. But the just the Pan African flag on the first on the cover to show that, it's an all inclusive and we are doing that as a cover. So then we come on the inside of the calendar, page 2, which is
Mm-hmm.
actually the editorial page. I mean, basically, it's supposed to tell what's going on in the whole of the calendar. You know, that's the general idea for the editorial. But there's prophetic pictures inside there as well that I don't know. It's set up by the Almighty. I'm telling you because this is a banquet. No, not a. This is not a banquet. This was a luncheon that I went to for Tafari McConnell's school, which was 100 years old, and
Yes.
the alumni held a banquet
Yes.
for and it was thank you so much to all the ones who supported I in Ethiopia because the tickets cost 10,000 birr. I think it
Yes.
was I think it was about $100 at the time actually. But
Yes.
even so, you know what I mean. Even so, you know it's quite a bit. So after that, it was great because me, when I enter a state where His Imperial Majesty is loved, I am right in there at home, okay? And I'm extra, brethren. I'm extra, okay? I'm extra. I've got His Majesty on my back, okay? You know that centenary picture. It
Yes.
says 1892 right? That one. It's a big
Yes.
wall hanging. It's a big wall hanging. Well, I
Yes.
wear that on my back on special occasions, you see.
Okay.
And this banquet was a special occasion. Oh, brethren, I was the belle of the ball. I'm telling you, it's so awesome. Everyone was just showering me with love. They just loved it. They loved it. That it's so incredible, man, to be in a room full of aristocratic Ethiopians, not your run of the mill people, right?
Yes.
It was like 10,000 birr per plate per person for the
Yes.
banquet, and it was a royal banquet. Obviously all the members of the royal family. Well, the most of the royal family were there, who live
Yes.
in Ethiopia, and those who came to visit as well were also there at other tables. But this is actually a luncheon which was held by the president of the Tafari McConnell alumni because we just fell in love with each other. This amazing woman, right? She retired from America. These are Majesty's people, and a lot of them, when the Derg came, they went to America and to England as well. There's quite a few, and you all over Europe and the world. But these are ones who primarily went to America. So most of them are retired with their US dollars and their things and what have you, and their lifestyle, and they're aristocratic people. And I know it is to be among aristocrats who've grown up with princes and in the royal family household. You
Yes.
get what I'm saying? Yeah, and so we were just perfect with each other. It was just so fun. She said, "Oh, I'm having a luncheon. You have to come." She said to me, and you can invite anyone who you like, but any one of the Rastafarians that you want to invite, but maybe a brother like this. So I invited Kip Ezekiel because he
Yes.
was one of those who was the leading person in organizing for us to be at the banquet.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Big up
was the male
Ras
part.
Ezekiel. Yeah, man. Big up Ras
Yeah,
Ezekiel.
yes. So
Yes.
that's how come this picture now. So here I am at the royal luncheon, and I'm sitting next to Crown Prince Bede Mariam, who's my favorite Crown Prince, grandson of His Majesty.
Yes.
From the time I met him, I just loved him. This one, he just has this special humility about him that it took
Yes.
me a while. It's only because I saw the family resemblance, yeah, that I saw the McConnell resemblance, that I
Yes.
knew that it was him I was talking to. I knew that I was in the hotel that the McConnells own, the Wobbe Shabele in Addis Ababa, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so I knew I was there because I love to do that. I love to frequent the places when I'm in Addis Ababa, especially that His Majesty in his footsteps, you know what I mean? As much as possible. You know,
Yes.
I love to go to the Fulwa and come off of the taxi and walk past the palace. You see me? And salute the guards them and them stand up and salute me. You see what I'm saying? I love
Yes.
them things, man. This is some live thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not getting that. This is, Palace Gates. Salute
Yeah.
them. The two just turn up and salute me same way.
Yeah,
Because
man.
I'm
Forward.
saluting people, Yeah.
But Mama Scully, imagine I want just put in a little piece here because I'm just seeing a vision, imagining all of these Ethiopians that fought against His Majesty. So they live and witness that all his memory was trying to be suppressed. It was illegal at one time to
Yeah.
have a picture, and they
I
start seeing all of
know.
these people from
I and
around
I. I and
just
I. I
start
and I.
coming. Can you imagine what
Rise
kind of
and
man
I
is
up.
this? What kind of man is
Someone is
this?
like a thorn in them side. Oh, don't you know that we know them as well? When we're there, they can't come and test because guess what? The joy, I have this experience all the while. When I'm in Addis Ababa, is more prominent, but let me tell you, the way that the joy that I'm expressing and the way that the people love me, the common people love me, those who want to be haters amongst them have to be still because the people who are loving me is far outnumbering whatever it is that they might want to come with. So even sometimes somebody might ask a question, that say, because we don't sense already, we don't know already who will ask the question, You see me in a bus tour, because most of my lectures, I call it lectures on the bus. You see me, because when you take a minibus taxi, in Addis Ababa. It's not like one in Jamaica where the people them stand up and all kind of thing like that. No, everybody's seated in Ethiopia. Everybody's seated. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
So it's safe and the buses are in good condition as well. So
Yeah.
anyway, and it's a great savior. It's like from the taxi fares, which when you live 2 hours away up from the center of town, and you're in that place all the while, you have to move through, and the people that you're traveling with for 2 hours, you know what I mean, become me, they become my students. I have a job. I have a job to do. And people are unhappy in their lives. And
Yes.
I am a Rastafarian and I'm proud. And
Yes.
I want to that's why Father inspired me to come up with this game. You see me? So I could start asking them questions and researching my questions that I come up with amongst them. And then there's like, oh, what, what, where can we get this game? Where can we get it? Where can we get it? And get them all excited about it. You see me? For 7 months. Yeah, every journey. And the journeys, as I said, is 2 hours of journeys. Yes. The cards, you see, even when I shared it in Ethiopia amongst I and I, one group that has a lot of teachers of Ethiopia. From I and I were teachers in Ethiopia. There's a lot, There's a lot of Rastafarians in Ethiopia who are teachers. Yeah, that's one of the biggest professions that we are, and everybody's teaching English. Even if they never had no degree or not like that, they can still in Ethiopia in that environment teach English because that's their first language. You see me? And to be speaking English is what is required. You know?
Mhm.
Right. So a lot of I now, it's a job opportunity. Of course, if you have the qualifications, it makes a big difference. So anyway, when I advertised it like that, the brethren responded, and because he could see the questions, he could see the question that was in the picture. He wrote the answer underneath. Said, yeah, because the questions are in English. Right, the questions are in English, and there's 52 of them. And yeah, as you can see, the one on top, that question on top, asked the question, what in English, what is the name of the place called 40 Springs? By English, it's called 40 Springs. What is his name in Ethiopia? Yeah. In Amharic, by Amharic, what's the name of the place? By Amharic. In English, it's called 40 Springs. What's the name of the place by Amharic? And of course, if you know your Ethiopian numbers, you know that Arba 40 is Arba. You understand? So
Yes.
Arba Minch is the place because Minch is springs. Minch is the
Mm.
word for spring by Amharic. Yeah? But by English, it's 40 Springs. You understand? It also gave me an opportunity to practice my Amharic skills. Yeah? While doing this one. So yeah, and the questions relate to His Imperial Majesty. There's questions about His Majesty. There's questions about the Italian occupation. There's questions about Adwa. There's questions about, you know what I mean? And it's done in a way that people have to think. And I see the joy on the faces of the people, even when I was just asking them the questions, brethren. Even when I was just, taking my answers, my, responses. Should I use that question or should I use this question? You know what I mean? But what
Yes.
I noticed, and something, in all of this work, I'm getting to know more and more about Ethiopia. And one thing I found out and I realized is that it has more banks than any other country in the world.
Yeah. Wow.
Because last time when I counted 2 months ago, it was 35. And the thing about it, the incredible thing about it is there's no Barclays. Okay, there's no Barclays Bank. There's no foreign banks at all whatsoever. They're all Ethiopian owned. Every single one of those 35 banks.
Okay.
Are you with me? Yes, every one of them. And the highest himself established the International Bank.
Yes.
Everybody can do business. Everyone can do business internationally, but you see the main one,
Yes.
yeah, that
That
one
was
there.
purchased. That was purchased from the Bank of Egypt in 1929, and it was formally opened, I believe, in 1932. Bank of Ethiopia, and it was purchased with His
Commercial
Majesty's
Bank of
private
Ethiopia.
funds. Yeah.
Okay, yes, man. Thank you
Yes.
very much. Serious, Commercial Bank of Ethiopia. So of
Yes.
course, I have to have an account there, as well as my first account in Ethiopia, which is the Abyssinia Bank. I didn't even know that it was owned by the McConnell family at the time. But
Okay.
yeah. But indeed, um, it's the Abyssinia Bank because I'm like, yeah, here I am in Ethiopia. I've been given the opportunity to open a bank account. Now, which bank am I going to open? It has to be Abyssinia because I'm in Abyssinia. I'm an Abyssinian. It named Ethiopian in the Bible, but named Abyssinia. You know what I mean? Connect,
Yes.
direct connect. You see what I mean? So just went straight for that, and it was so easy, open my bank account and thing like that. So it was a joy one day when I saw the Crown Prince many years later. When I was in my local branch, because my father's so amazing with me. I'm telling you, Bridget, in Ethiopia. Look, I opened my bank account in Central Town in
Yes.
Bole, right, by the next to the Investment Bank of Ethiopia,
Yes.
the investment office, I mean, of Ethiopia, because I just got my investment certificate, right? No, in those days, they gave you 1 year's residence for you to research your project that you're going to do. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what I had, a 1 year residency, which would allow you to open a bank account. Da, 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 da. And I walked out of that office with my ID in my hand, and I went with the residence permit in my hand, and I went straight to the bank, which is only 2 doors down, and opened a bank account in the Bank of Abyssinia. Now, many years later, like 3 years later, because I've been in Ethiopia now 12 years, on and it was more on and off to begin with until I got myself in a place where, it's more there than here, as it were. You know what I mean? Yeah? Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Sorry.
Yes,
Yes,
I'm
I,
with you.
yeah. Um, so, it got to time when I said, okay, this is it. I'm gonna, you know, it was just good to. Then when I was working, the school worked with another bank, apart from the ones that I already had, because there's so
Okay.
many. Okay, so the school they have an account with another bank. Schools have accounts with different banks. So if you work in a school in education in Ethiopia, you're likely to have to open different bank accounts. You know what I mean? To satisfy the school, your
Yes.
school,
Yes.
the school work life. Because
Um.
so far, yeah.
How,
So
how, how much is the trivia game? How much does that retail for?
okay, that would be about $25.
Okay. And how can ones get access to that who are not in Ethiopia?
Well, the access is now in the UK. I'm here with them because I couldn't
Okay.
print it.
Okay.
I had to print it here, and I could only print a small amount at the moment. Hopefully they will go fast enough. I'm getting orders for them,
Yes.
and that's
So
what I want to do.
so
And
this
yeah,
first wave is for our UK family because we have a good UK audience. So this is
yeah,
the UK ones need
this is know that. Oh
to
yeah, but for the
yeah.
UK ones, it's £15.
Okay.
Yeah, because it cost me really roughly £12 to make, brethren.
Yes.
So
That means
again, it's not
that should be
it's
20
not about
pounds. 20 pounds. Let's set it at 20 pounds
you know
because
what I mean. That's really what it should be in reality, because
yeah man,
it's
because
not just
family. Yeah.
something you put down. It's like 20. It's an investment.
Yes.
This is how it's do. It's an investment in your family joy, your information on history and culture of Ethiopia. I can just take out a question right now and check you out on that
Yes.
one.
Check me out and
This, yeah.
see what the
Let
reading
me check you
Rastafari.
out. Yeah, what you say?
Let's see what the
Okay,
reading Rastafari
the
with.
questions the questions are in red and the
Okay.
answers are in green on the
Okay.
same card, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
they have a
What
cultural symbol in the middle that
only
may or
double
may not
check?
relate
Okay, okay.
that, that may or may not relate to the question, the
Okay.
cultural picture in the middle. Okay, so which symbol question which symbol was inside the Ethiopian flag of 1975?
1975. Inside the flag. I
Yeah,
only know about is it the Lion of Judah with the cross?
absolutely. So
Okay.
the lion is in the flag. Got it
Yes.
right. Yay!
Read
Okay.
it, pass the test. Read Ras, pass the test, people.
You understand me? Straight number one. Right. Next question. Let me see how good you are then. Right. Here we go now. Name the capital city of Tigray.
The capital. What's that? Aksum?
Nope. You didn't get that
No.
one. Near, close, but not quite. Mekele.
Mekale, I should have known that.
Yeah. Yes, Mekele.
Rastafari, I should have known that.
Yes,
One
it's
more,
got a
one
long
more. We can't end pana. We can't
Okay.
end pana.
Okay, only one more. Okay, so you choose which one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Choose
Trinity 3.
number 3. Right, this one, or it could be that one. But I take this one first. And this question is, oh my goodness, that's too easy for you. Oh, listen to this one. Which Ethiopian lands were granted to black Westerners?
Shashamani land.
Absolutely.
And we could
Yay!
also talk about
You
the
understand
land
me?
of Take Tana.
The
We could
land
talk
grant. You
about
understand me?
Tana in the 1930s.
Granted land grants. So it's an Ethiopian history and culture, and
Yeah,
it's
man, no, it's
teaching the
good. It's
teaching the
important.
people.
It's
Very
important because
important.
you
You
can bring
understand
this
me?
out with your family gathering, your non-Rastafari family, everybody who will have
Everyone
jobs,
is
education.
educated. What queen of the south is mentioned in the Bible?
the Queen of Sheba, Makeda.
Yes. Yes, I. You get me?
Yes,
Questions
yes.
like that is inside here. We do a whole range of cultural and historical and modern culture questions because I've got the one that I usually ask them on the bus, right? Name 5 banks that begin with the letter A.
Five what?
There's
Five
6
what?
banks. I usually
Oh,
say there's 6 because there is 6,
okay.
but I only ask for 5. So that triggers their enthusiasm, and everybody start telling me, right? Can you name any, by the way?
No, I'm not.
I've
I'm
just
not doing
I've
that
just
way.
actually told you I've just told you a couple because I just told you about Abyssinia Bank, didn't
Yes,
I?
Abyssinia. Yes, you did. You did. Yes.
Right? So there you
Yes.
go. There's an A, right?
Bank of
So this
Ethiopia.
Abyssinia, people usually know the Abyssinia because that's the first one, like bank,
Okay.
Abyssinia. Then you got Awash, Abai, Addis International.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got that's 5. Amhara. Oh, and then you got Ahadu. Ahadu is a bank that's owned by the church.
Okay.
If you do not know. And there's another one. There's a couple more. There's one owned by Pentecostal people. And there's one, as I said, everything is Ethiopian. Local people own the thing and local enterprises. And often they own buses as well. It's very much, like this. I like that about Ethiopia. It follows through, like, you know.
Self-reliance. Self-reliance. They're
Yes,
very, yeah,
yes,
independent
it's
minded.
going on with that. Yeah, it's
Um,
it's it's happening.
His
And
Majesty
then you have to
incorporated that. Yes.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. It's a treasure, and it's good to be the reminders of His Majesty's gifts to the people.
Yes.
And to
Yes.
bring it to the people. I really personally feel very blessed and honored by the King to be in his throne room and to be given these inspirations for his people, for I and I development too, because it's good to just know about Ethiopia. As a Rastafarian, it's just good to know about Ethiopia. You know what I mean? That
One thing
we
I
don't
don't like that sound Rastafarian. I like us to call ourselves Rastafari by his
Rastafari,
name because I
right,
think we need to
Rastafari.
call his
Thank
name
you.
and keep his name. As
Yes,
you said,
I
we are
agree
the
with that.
living legacy. Yeah, man, we are the living
We are
legacy.
indeed. We are
You know,
indeed. And yes, it's true. You're absolutely right. And I love that. Thank you so much. Yes, it's true, man. Rastafari is the Almighty and
yeah,
always
man.
is ready.
And
Yeah,
and
man.
and and, and we, I think, are coming together. We're stiff necked, but we coming. I feel the current that the unity is
Yeah,
finally
yeah.
starting to
It's happening.
gel.
I feel it. I feel it
And I
too. It's a
think
real thing.
I work. I'm going to challenge 1,000 people who watch this interview to purchase the calendar and to purchase the cards when
You
they
know,
become available in your region. But I'm challenging my audience to and how much does the calendar cost?
well, in the States, as I said, it'd be $25. Um,
$25.
yeah. But if I was printing more, then of course the price would go down. But at the moment, it's just a budgetary thing going on. And also testing. But I know that it's a great product. It come completely by inspiration. I'm currently working on, as a matter of fact, nearly completed is a Ghana one. Yeah, we've done a Ghana one with my sister who she's a teacher from Canada, Sister Ajua, right? She's part of the Rastafari Natives, also, Sister
Okay.
Ajua. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
and yeah, she's a great photographer and designer person. So
I
she's
actually ran into her. I actually ran into her at RasTafari. We have
oh,
a
look
picture.
at that.
We took a
Oh
picture
yeah, you were
together.
there. Oh
Yes,
wow, that's so
yes.
awesome.
Ran into
That's
her.
my really
I
beloved
met
sister.
her.
Yeah, man.
I met her at
When you came,
Hillberry in Ghana. She was
okay,
working
Ghana.
Hillberry up on the
Right.
Hillberry, and I met her.
Yeah,
We ran into each other,
yeah, man.
at RastaFest.
Yeah,
Very positive, sister.
very positive. This is she's the one. She just completed the designs for the Ghana trivia cards. Oh my God, mwah. Because I gave her the carte blanche. You have questions, right? But I gave her a guidance as to the certain questions and which categories and so on. But like, take it away because you're the one who live in Ghana and feel that vibration. So it's different. She made it into a game. She made it into several things, different things happening in it. So it's more of what I mean. But straight, really, Ghana stuff is I only know half of those questions personally, the answers.
Yes.
But she's made it like Ace, Queen, Kings, Clubs kind of idea, as well as the questions and answers on the page, on the thing. So it's, yeah, man, that one's,
I love that. I
okay,
love that.
I'll wait for Empress. We're trying to do that, release that for Empress Menen Earthstrong.
Okay.
That's when I'm hoping to release that one.
I love that because Rastafari now we're providing the popular culture of Pan-African, the Pan-African ideal, in terms of creating that as popular culture for Africa, for family entertainment, to bring them into that
educational entertainment, to keep them, it's just to keep the memory and to keep the history and to keep the culture and to keep it alive. You know what I mean? And when it's such a joy to see when you ask Ethiopians a question. Even this woman I was in a bookstore doing a big display and stuff yesterday. By the way, Pempamzi, I give them a plug. Busby is such a strong supporter of this calendar. They've been selling it in their shops. No, don't mess with, Jamaican spirit. When that Jamaican spirit decides, say, they're going to make some business and do some things, brethren. We see some in this town here. I've met some Jamaicans who come here with, nothing if you like. And before you know it, man, 10, 15 houses them own and, stuff like that. But this particular brother, he's had 5 shops. He's opened 5 health food shops that do, cures, body cures, mostly body things. And, you can go in and get consultations and all of that kind of thing. And he sells my calendars over the years. And this year, Basil was so gracious. I was in Ethiopia when he reached out to me to ask, where are you? Because his mind just run from me. See, even Empress Menen Foundation, we've taken an advert this year to promote our work.
Yes.
In the calendar, in the month of December 2025. But Basil is in May. He requested that because that's his birthday. But May is a very important month in the calendar because that's Liberation Month.
Yes.
You see, it has been that. So this year we feature our beloved Brian. There he is, Mr. Sankara. Revisited. Yes. And in that month is the advert and Pamji there. See, if you can see it. But yeah, he sells health food stuff, and then he's got all these shops, you see, that sell these products. And our calendar is the #1 seller inside there. So I went to do display, and there's an Ethiopian restaurant next door, and the Ethiopian woman came in the store, to deliver his lunch. Right? She tried to come to give that, and I said, "Oh look, Denanish." I started speaking to her. She was surprised that I recognized her immediately. He didn't tell me anything, you see. I'm like, Denanish. I started to speak to her, and anyway, she like excited. She said, "Oh," and I said, "Oh, I made these cards," and I just took it out and started asking her a question. Oh my God, she said, "Oh, I need it. Where can I get it to buy?" I said, "Right here." He wasn't sure if he wanted to take any, but then when that happened, you see, Father working with. He said, when the woman walked out, he said, easy enough. He said, me know say God there with you for true. I said, what do you mean? I said, you know me long enough to know that. He said, it's true, but all the while, because, he's telling me, you should come here more often, man, because I was in there for, 2 hours, and I sold 7 calendars to the customers who come to buy other things. And they were buying other things, they come for their medicine, them this and them that. You know what I mean? But while I was there, I was doing a PR with the customers, It's a good thing to do that. And with Marcus Garvey say, with confidence you won before you started. So with confidence, I approached all the people to tell them about the calendars that is now in store, and and take out and show them and that. And he just standing there like, wow, wow, wow. And people would normally not be going there and looking at calendars or not like that. They're buying it, So it's like, yeah. And the brother said, okay, I'd buy one for five pounds because I've just actually raised this price because he usually sells them for £6. I give it to him for £4. No, 3. He gets it for £3.50 because he's been buying for many years now, right?
Yes.
So he gets it for £3.50. And then he sells it for £6 usually. But this year, when I was there with him, and he said to me, when I was telling this man, the man said, how much is the calendar then? So I looked at him and he looked back at me. So I said, £7. He said, okay, no problem. So that became the price, Yeah, why not? I can sell it for less. And, it's not about, at the end of the day, I just want to make the money to pay the printer his bill, because he's so gracious to give me them. I still have, he was sent by the Almighty to me in my life, when I had no money to print the calendars. I used all my personal money. And, I had a project in Jamaica that I needed to go in, to deal with. And so, Father just opened the door, man, and this business card kept coming through my door. Right? It came to my door of my house first. And I saw it and I liked the name, right? So I clocked it. And then I went somewhere in this one shop and it was there on the table as an advert. And I'm like, oh yeah. And then I was at the time using the travel agents in them days. And I was in a travel agent and she picked up the card and said to me, how's your printing going on? Look, check out this company, she said to me. And it was the same one. So I said, oh yeah. I was thinking about which one to go to, and this is the one, I said to her. And it was just across the road. So I went there, and the man just looked at the calendar, this time I was doing everything myself. I'm not a graphic designer.
Yes.
But there's no point in sitting and waiting. And I could not pay anyone because I was doing everything for by myself with my own money. And all the printing was being done like that. And I wasn't, I would sell them, sure, but it was just enough to cover the bills and things because it wasn't like I wasn't focused on making money from it.
Yes.
That was not the objective at all. It was like to get the thing out there, the information, because in the early day was primarily about the 385 elders that I'd met in the 14 parishes of Jamaica and registered with the Empress Menen Foundation. You see, it was about highlighting them and their lives. That's what the first 5 or 6 issues was all about, So I could, project the word.
Yes, stick a pin. I want to change that because I know the eye is humble and the eye is a battlefield warrior. But as I tell my audience, I want the eye to be able to reason about budget and staff. I want the eye to sell as many calendars so that you can hire the budget and also pay yourself too, because we have to get out of this. The volunteer that can't survive.
I got too many projects. I got too many ones who need my help and getting my help. And who was around me.
We need you to monetize and make money off of this. And not feel and we shouldn't have to justify making money from the social enterprise.
No.
Because we're always trying to diminish and say free.
I intend to make money.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I was thinking even of signing up with Amazon or somebody like that, but I'm still hesitant. I'm still checking out. You've had a brother on Lions Network, the printer brother, the publisher, and preacher in Chicago.
Raseko, yes.
Yes, Raseko. I'm reaching out to Raseko right now, because come on, Bridget, I'm waiting for the eye to respond. I know you love it. He says you love it. I want him to, if you could be doing it for America, it'd be so much cheaper than the amount, you know what I mean? It's work out cheaper and work out, just to have it available here. Yes, I want to make money from the big American market that is there wide open.
We're gonna help the eye to push it, and I'm calling on my audience. This is one of our queen mothers of the Rastafari across all houses and mansion, and we need to support with our dollars, with the collective security. 50,000 people, $10, that is $500,000. We're supposed to can do that, strong.
Well,
we're supposed to do that in a day. That is where we have to go. If we're serious. If we're not serious, then that is the next thing. But if we're serious, because she have so many more ideas that she could be implementing if she had the capital and if she had a staff that she could direct, because she has managerial experience. She is a legend. She has made her mark. But can you imagine if she had the capital to really operate? You know what I mean? That is where we are right now.
Reach some more people, man. And with that reach, it's the I self. When you contribute to make this be a part of your education experience and for your children, those around you, in your workplace, then, the amazing thing about it, as a Rastafarian, as a Rastafari, as Rastafari people, let me tell you something. This is about educating the community, the people around you in the world, educating them about who you are, who the I is, This one, it's about who the I is, on every level of reasoning and education and upliftment and empowerment. Because look at this. The Rastafari Nation of Switzerland, I know we've gone to the birth and rebirth. It's because it's a rebirth movement too, isn't it? It's not just static. It's not static, man. I and I is God in motion. That's who we are. We are Jah in motion. So now, from I experienced now, you see this, we did it. This particular issue is all about edification, which is an upliftment from education. But we are about educating the community to empower the nation. When we educate the people around us about who we are, I and I will be empowered, man, to move forward to greater heights in whatever we're doing, with confidence and confidence and everything that go with it, man, to stand way up stronger, strong. Seriously, you see me, because it's a mystic journey, but you have to be on the rhythm and don't feel and don't fall asleep on the thing.
No.
So,
never get weary.
Yeah, you can't do that. His Majesty said, because peace cannot reign in an atmosphere reeking with poverty and hunger, we must explore and strengthen the means of feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, and enlightening the illiterate. Askale Selassie I.
Yeah, man, right.
That's our editorial page. So we come to the birth and rebirth, educating the community world to empower the nation, because that's the mission of the Empress Menen Foundation. And here on this page now we have a range of books, yes, as resources for the Rastafari nation empowerment. Among them, the Jogs, the Promised Key by Leonard Howell.
Yes.
This Rastafari book, the Nyabingi, by the Rapture of the Nyabingi. That particular one, I don't know if I know that book.
No.
The Rapture of the Nyabingi. It's one of the ones that we sell through the Empress Menen Foundation. This one is one we just recently published, which is a Marcus Garvey text, which you have a picture of there. Now, this is one of my favorite ever. Many don't know that Marcus Garvey was a great poet,
Yes.
Great poet, man. Word is, that man, He had words, you know what I mean? He knew how to put the words.
Yeah, man.
Marcus Garvey could actually rhyme for 70 verses of this particular poem, which is my all-time favorite, which I read as a child in the UK. Because you know, as a child, I was part of the Black Power movement here, you know, before I became a teenager even. You know, when I was 12 years old, I was into that,
Yes.
you know. I was there, you know what I mean? I was fighting for Walter Rodney when I was in 1968. I was what, 17.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So I was there. I was, you know, in it. So them times I was reading, you know, I was reading revolutionary stuff. And this Marcus Garvey poem, which I reprinted, got my designer to do a new cover because I checked out the print. It's been out of print for many, many years. It was written in 1935 by Marcus Garvey. I kept all of that original information there in it. Yeah. And it's the third edition anyway of that. And that was written that time with a foreword by Marcus Garvey. And this poem, The Tragedy of White Injustice, which is actually 70 verses long.
Wow.
And that was the one for many, many years. Do you know how many years I had this book before I realized that there was other poems in the back of it? I never read beyond his poems. His poem, the first one, which had 70 verses. You get me? When I got to the end, the title is How Sad I Finished. Right? How sad I finished. So when I got to that end, I never went beyond that. I just always went forward to the next one, you know. If you were wise, you'd read between the lines of feudal isms and others of old times. Men have fought against ugly royal gods, burying them beneath European sods. Such the heartless masters the people do, from Syracuse to bloody Waterloo. Wonderful lessons for any sober man who worships not idols or the god of Pan. You see me?
Serious.
Yeah, man, that's verse 38. Verse 37. Your lies to us called diplomacy are known by us a brazen fantasy. You imprison men for crimes not so great, while on your silly wisdom you do prate. The masses are soberly watching you. They know that you are false and so untrue. The laborers of your race you oppress, as well as black and other men you distress. Seriously. So that when I saw that I had just one copy, because I used to buy this anywhere I saw this book, I used to buy it and share it on my travels with people, you see, with ones on ones. Not even people, with Rastafari Nation people, family. You see me, family. And this has been my journey too. I've shared many, many documents, you know, that I've had from oh my goodness, the Book Liberator. So I might even have bought a copy of this from the Book Liberator too. Yeah, but you know, just to say that it's worthy of our people knowing this information by reading the prophecies. Imagine he wrote that in 1935. He's writing things in 1935 that is happening right now under our noses.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's real things. You know? And he's making.
You're in the UK right now as the UK economy is getting ready to collapse. Yes.
You get me? Collapse is really so wicked. Everything is so damn expensive around here, man. It's mad.
That's because the pound, everything is losing value because all of the colonies now are ending neo-colonialism. So Europe is not a viable operation without that
France especially.
Yes,
France especially.
France, the UK and Germany are all in trouble right now. Their economies. The EU is in peril, NATO is in peril. It's not looking good, and this is why I must come together now, because there's going to be some dark days ahead. and we need
Very
unity.
dark.
Yeah, man, we need the unity.
Yes, I for real. For
And
real.
we need to prepare because Mysie did say Africa Armageddon is past. And I think that Africa will be a refuge while the rest of the world is in war. I think Africa will be building.
Yes, because that's what's happening in reality right now.
Yes,
These
that's
buildings
right.
going on in Africa, man. Ethiopia is like brethren. It's like some new city every minute, everywhere new, everything new. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
They've just, it's like they're erasing a lot of the history of the, you know what I mean? Obviously there's things that need to be knocked down. This is the truth. And
Yeah.
lands that need to be used up, because there's a lot of open spaces that was just there. You know what I mean? Becoming all kind of rubbish dump and that kind of thing, which was so unnecessary. And now the place is clean. This is a new Addis Ababa, new city. When you go there, I'm telling you, it named New Flower, it named New City. My biggest joke every time I land in Addis Ababa, I'm in the taxi, Addis, and the taxi driver say, yes, she. Yeah, because Addis is new. It's, I'm there 2 weeks before, and it's already changed in 2 weeks. I've never seen a people that build so fast. That me, I feel want to say, really and truly, all these bullipa high rise, and they're going way up in the sky,
I hear it looks
Rasta.
like Dubai. I hear it look like Dubai or some of them
I'm going
kind
to
of
do
cities.
what to you. You
Yeah.
better know. Everyone, listener, audience, please go online and check out Addis Ababa. You will not believe your eyes. Mind you, they got some pretty amazing things that, American Macron and people like that, Bill Gates even, have been coming and giving money to do things, But, we hope and pray. The new science museum is awesome. There's all those kind, there's a whole bunch of stuff that they made a museum, at first, to make an Adwa museum it's always, it's something that the Patriots have started doing. They were starting to collect the items already, and so when the government now decides to take over that whole department of the Patriots' lives, which, to be honest with you, they've not treated them well. These are patriotic people to Ethiopia and His Imperial Majesty. So they've been given a back burner stuff, His Majesty set it for them. Okay, so this is the decree that His Majesty made, that the first born son or first child of the patriot would have a lifelong, and their generation of firstborn in their families would have lifelong pension.
Okay.
So a lot of the patriots' grandchildren are collecting their pensions for them, given out by His Majesty. So they have a livelihood. So the patriots are always going to be people who are encouraging their young people, their families, to train and be valuable citizens. You understand? So this money, this pension, is part of that idea that His Majesty is placed in making sure, by keeping that educational ability going and the possibility, I've been on marches with the patriots, with the grandchildren. I've been, amazing, wow, yeah. I had no idea that you were like that RasTafari, that people existed like you know what I mean? And so when I go on those occasions when I'm marching, I wear the same centenary around my back, and the patriots say, please, Wazira Askale, please go march in front of us so we can look at His Majesty as we march. So they want me to lead the parade, in other words, because guess what? I've got my flag. I've got my big Line of Judah flag. I'm flying. And I've got Majesty on my back. And I say, if anybody, I say, guess who's watching my back? You know what I mean? And then I have to give them joy, man. Father, inspire me to bring them joy, bring the people joy, my brethren, all the time in Ethiopia. I love me. I love who I am in that space. I've become this person that brings this joy that children love. just automatically when I'm there and missing my grandchildren, it's no worries, man. Father, just send them come, man. Our Chinese baby will jump out of the pram, come out up to that. I'm telling you, it's amazing. I don't know. This kind of love is quite incredible. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's quite incredible. But you know, this joy, I tell you, man, I make jokes with them, you know. They say, oh, where are you from? And I say, you're Ethiopian. You know, I do Bob Marley. If you know your history, then you wouldn't have to ask me where I'm coming from. You know that one? I can't remember the name, but if you know your history, then you would know where I'm coming from. Like this, that one. Buffalo Soldier.
Yes.
That's where it's from. Right? That line. Right? If you know your history, then you know where I'm coming from. And you wouldn't have to ask me, who the heck do I think I am? That one. Right?
Yes,
I'm just a Buffalo Soldier. So at first I do that to them. I say, you don't know your history. That's why you ask me that. You think they're going to just answer them like that? No, they have to get something because they're asking me something. They want something of me. They don't just want me to answer them one place like this. Because in their minds, they're already saying Jamaica anyway. You know what I mean? Because only think every Rasta, no matter what color you are, no matter where you come from, they always assume that everybody is Jamaican. Because that's the teaching of Mengistu to the Ethiopian people, and they still carry it through the generations with them.
Okay.
Even here in England, I'm meeting them, I'm correcting them. I don't stop correcting them all the while, man. I remind them, Rastafari is in every country in the world, every language, every tongue, every color. We praise him.
The Lion of Judah flag fly on every continent.
Everyone. You understand me? So therefore, it's an education to be mindful of. Don't be narrowing down this thing. When Mengistu did that, he was trying to narrow down the whole thing and make his majesty just be one little person inside of one little tiny island. You understand me? And the thing that happened with him now, the persecution that was going on that tiny island against I and I, he would actually feel that it was definitely going to be justified because we were going to be wiped out or some such madness. And therefore, his thinking was that, yeah, that would definitely carry them through, and the Ethiopian people never know the truth. Never, you don't know Emperor Haile Selassie I. And you didn't know him, you don't know, so you can't mess with him and the people. No, you know, serious thing, you know. Because people, look, some of these idiots, they want to go and accuse me and talk all kind of thing. Because when they see the powers of the Most High manifested in my life, they know I have no money, you know. Them know, say, look here, around here in England, especially in my youth many years ago, coming, my father first started traveling me. When he gave me the vision of the Empress Menen Foundation, and I took it up and went with it because I know him answer prayers and give me the miracles, man. 13 miracles in fulfillment. Right there. Hey, you know the trick. There's a little trick in it. Not a trick, you know. It's a skill with His Majesty, you know. Write the thing down, man. You know your heart desire. Write it down on paper. Make a list of all the things that you need, but don't forget to write everything, you know. Like if you suppose you ask for video camera, because I've done this one. Right? I asked for video camera because I was going on a mission to go and videotape 385 elders in Jamaica. We never have no money to go buy a video camera. So I have to go get one by miracle. Any which way you want to look for it, I have to come the way there. And that's the thing. This is the thing now. The things that is impossible, write them down because it's not impossible.
Manifest it. Take it from a thought and make it manifest. Work.
Absolutely, brethren, because He's the measure of all things. He's the measure of all things. So when we want a video camera, we write video camera, then we write battery, then we write tape, then we write, you understand me? Case. Yes. Every part of the thing that I would need to make the thing real.
And it manifests.
Absolutely, without any, somebody just give me one. Somebody just, I got a new camera. Would you like this? Yes, please. You know, laptop, you know, this like this, airplane, return air ticket. Hey, did I tell you about the return air ticket to Jamaica? His Majesty manifests to me, Rasta. We get the mission, you know. And we all, you know, when we get visions and when we get ideas, creative ideas, Bridget. You know, we're not the only ones that get those ideas, you know, but it's I and I who take it up. It's because we actually grab that one day and hold that one and say, I'm gonna make this real. I'm gonna make this one work, no matter what. Because the wits with me, you know, let me tell you something. We come from the tribe of Asha. There's something inside of me that said doubt. You get me? So it's faith have to run my thing, you know, strong and hard, you know. So when Majesty deal with me, sometimes him deal with me very, very hard and tough, you know. So it makes sure me get the point, you know. Thank you, Father. We love you. Because because otherwise would I just be cluttering my mind with all kind of different things and ideas of why not and all kind of things like that. But anyway, you know, like back in the day, it used to be, oh, I don't have enough money to blah, blah, blah. Madness. Him just, what kind of ideas are what? That's not the point. I've got all the money in the world, and I'm giving you the vision of what you have to do. What do you think? I'm gonna give you like that. You don't know that any money that you need, you must get it to do this thing that you have to do. By hook or by crook. Any way you want to look at it, you're gonna get it. It's like my printer of this amazing calendar. Because it was 10 years ago now, you know. And he's still doing it. And he's an old white man. Let me tell you something. Because you know, the first couple of calendars I did, I was dealing with a Rastafari managing the print tree and black people. And the people them take me picture them out and make them in a poster. They did all kind of madness, brethren. You would like to know. But you know what? When I went out the road, I see the poster with the picture them. I know, say, but wait. I said, oh, where did you get that? And then I see them have them name big and bold from a nice picture them. But it's all good, you know, because it's about the community. If you can make money from this calendar, this is another thing about the calendar, which is a blessed thing, right? I sell it to the shops for some small money, and they make, you know, one shopper went in the other day. I don't think he was happy to let me know, but you know, because he sold off all the calendars in it, and he's somebody like this. He sell off the thing, and then he don't, you know, he's hesitant to pay you. And you come back 1 year later and there's no calendar nowhere to be seen. And he's not gonna call you to reorder. I don't like them kind of customer. I know them too, innit? Yeah, you know, them still have the thing and them still don't even bring themselves to call you and say, because they know that they have to pay you for what the idea is that they must have to pay you for what they've sold. So they make it become an issue. You know what I mean? It don't have to be. You could be come and say, look, I can only give you this right now. Just make the thing carry forward or whatever. You know what I mean? Just let me have it because it's no good my leaving and have them sit down there in a box them so. You see what I'm saying? So every time I'm leaving out, I have to make sure that the suppliers can still get supply of their calendars while in the UK or wherever, you know what I mean? So yeah, the printer, give thanks to him because you know this year is our 10th year together.
Okay.
And it's an awesome and he gave me the first compliment on the first issue, the mock, you know, when he did it, you know. This is the greatest thing because you know, the moment that I actually know what's in the calendar is when I hold the proof in my hand
Okay.
in the printer's office. Yeah. When I hold the proof of the calendar in my hand to look at it and to check it with a fine tooth comb. You know what I mean? To go through it with everything, to go through every part of it and be satisfied. The man just looked at me and said, wow, I didn't think you could get better. This one is better than last year's, which I thought was the best, even
See,
better than the year before. You know
we're
what I
gonna
mean?
we have to build it into a full institution. As I say, I just want to talk to the heights about budget and staff. I want when the I come forward next year, you're telling us about the staff working and the
Oh, yeah.
distribution and
I'm,
yes, we
I'm,
want
I'm setting that up. I'm setting that up cross. You know what I
yeah man.
mean? I'm going to be doing that a lot more than already because you know also with this game, this gives me an in with the people. I mean, I want to get it to the point where I can print it cheaper. I'm having it checked out. You know, obviously research. You know, to find a company that can sell it to me cheaper or you know, I'll get it. No, not even that. Perhaps you know, with my own printer, same one, the
Hmm.
quantity. if I can do it in quantity, then of course the price will drop anyway.
Of
So that's
course.
basically what I need to be doing, you know. So
But
I'm
but I'm
focusing about
encouraging my audience to purchase the calendar. Let's start with the calendar, the cards
yeah.
for my UK family. I know a lot of my UK Lion Pride will watch this. Make sure. How can ones in the UK tap in to get the
Oh,
physical copies?
first of all, I've got my WhatsApp numbers there, and on the back of the calendar, as always, right? But okay, so I give it to you. Please write this down or take this in your phones. And I've got two WhatsApp numbers, which are actually on the flyer for the on the back of the calendar is the did I send you your copy yet?
What's that?
You know, did I send you your copy yet of the
No,
calendar?
not this year's.
Okay, because I've been very hesitant on the postage because I actually want to just pay the printer first before I
Yes.
start posting out the
After
gift.
after after we air this, you
Yes,
should, you should get a strength because Lion
yes,
Pride.
yes,
I'm calling. I'm sounding the trumpet.
yes,
We want Mama Askale get some resources. She can do what she have to do. You know what I mean? So we want 1,000 people watching this to purchase the calendar this year and let Mama Askale know Lion Talk sent the eye that
yes,
you
I.
right of the Lion
Wow.
right. That is
Email, man. Email me, emfethiopia@gmail.com.
okay.
EMF, like Empress Menen Foundation, emfethiopia@gmail.com.
And I'll put that
That's the
on
one.
the I'll put that
Yeah,
on
man.
the
So go on
screen
there on the back.
so everybody can see. But I want to just give thanks once again for the I coming forward and for staying up the night shift with I.
Yes,
Um,
I.
no,
I'll
it's
be done.
we,
Yeah, finished it. Let's do
yeah.
some more about the calendar. The calendar is so exciting. You
Well, great is the Almighty, and greatly to be praised in the city of Askale Selassie I, the mountain of His holiness.
Yeah, from Cape to Cairo, from Timbuktu to the Nile, you know, the whole entire continent.
Beautiful for situation, the joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion, from Accra to Addis Ababa.
Yes, it's beautiful continent, better control, Mama Africa.
Very beautiful.
From Cape to Cairo, from Timbuktu to the Nile, I smile. For Mama
I hear you call Mama Africa. Been so long since I see Mama. Father of Africa set the law. The lion come and dismantle Babylon flaw. We gonna use solar energy, use sanitation to build the ecology. We utilizing green technology. We hailing Askale Selassie first without apology. And then we build the youth them economy. We dismantle Babylon monopoly. We teach the youth them how to live properly. Tell them make sure them got the title for them property.
yes, this beautiful continent, better control, Mama Africa. From Cape to Cairo, from Timbuktu to the Nile, I smile. For Mama
I love you, mama, your heart never harden. I wanna turn all your slums into garden. I wanna stop all of your youths from starving. I wanna stop all of your tribes from warring. So much to say, so many feelings. We've both been hurt, we both need healing. Since the League of Nations you've been appealing. You stand up against them backdoor dealing. I hear you call Mama Africa. Been so long since I see Mama. Father of Africa set the law. The lion come and dismantle Babylon flaw. Then